Is the Wailulu Bar Grill still worth the dine 1 year after opening? Today, we're at the Polynesian to try some new dishes, old favorites, and see if some things have improved. This restaurant has seen some changes over the past year. So, is it worth the reservation? And yes, you may have heard me say reservation, and that's because Wailulu now accepts them. When this restaurant first opened, it operated like a typical Disney lounge with walk-up availability only. And while they still offer a walk-up waitlist and the bar remains first come, first served, reservations honestly just make this place so much easier to visit, especially considering how chaotic parking at the Polynesian can be. And even though they do have reservations these days, I must admit, they are a little bit hard to come by. But luckily, I was able to snag one for lunch today, and we've got ourselves a nice little table outside. It's a little cold, it's a little windy, but I decided to brave the weather for this view. I feel like when you come to Wailulu, you have to sit outside for the full experience. You got a beautiful view of the castle, of the Seven Seas Lagoon, of the Grand Floridian, of the Polynesian. This restaurant is just so beautiful outside. If you didn't want to eat outside though, they do also offer indoor dining. But like I said, to get the full Wailulu experience, in my opinion, you gotta dine outside. But we are not just here for the views, we're also here for the food and drinks. So we're gonna take a look over this menu here, starting with, of course, the drinks. Some signature cocktails on the menu. They have the Hibiscus Margarita, they have a Mai Tai, they have a strawberry sake drink, they have a passion fruit drink, they have this gin mule, a banana old fashioned, a passion fruit pineapple daiquiri, and they also have an espresso martini. They have a zero proof cocktail, some wines, some beers and hard tea, and down here they actually have my favorite drink on the menu, the iced hibiscus tea. I think is delicious. I have tried every drink on this menu except for one. We're gonna get that one drink today, but I gotta let you guys know about the other drinks because I haven't been a fan of them. I think they're weak. A lot of them taste like batched cocktails to me, and I know for sure one of them is. The Mai Tai is a batched cocktail, but I really haven't found a drink on this menu that I like, which is why I always go for the iced hibiscus tea, and sometimes if I'm wanting a cocktail, I'll just add a shot of vodka or tequila to that, but I'm just not a fan of any of the cocktails on this menu, which is really sad because I feel like this is the perfect place for a little tiki drink to enjoy the vibe, the views, but we'll see. Maybe today with the Gin Gin Mule. Maybe that'll be my drink here. So we're going to start our visit off at Wailulu with this Pandan Gin Gin Mule. This has pandan infused Ford's gin, lime juice, and ginger beer for $16.50. So the color of this drink definitely always threw me off. If I'm being honest, it looks like Mountain Dew. But I guess this is pretty accurate for what pandan is supposed to look like because I did Google it, and according to Google AI, a very accurate source, it says pandan is a tropical plant from Southeast Asia known for its fragrant, grassy, vanilla-like aroma and vibrant green color, often called the vanilla of Southeast Asia. So it's supposed to be vibrant green, so I'll give it a pass on the color. Let's see how it tastes, though. Guys, I hate to say it. I was really hopeful that we were finally gonna find a drink that I enjoyed, but this Gin Gin Mule ain't it either. The only things I taste in this are mint and an extremely strong, artificial ginger flavor. I don't know what's going on with this, but guys, I was so hopeful because like I said, this is the perfect spot to enjoy a tropical cocktail. But I probably won't be ordering this one again either. When I first asked them on my first visit here, they said that the Mai Tai was the only batched cocktail that they serve. But I don't know, you just can't convince me that this is not a batch cocktail. It tastes so incredibly watered down. There's no alcohol flavor in this whatsoever. It's called the Gin Gin Mule. So maybe a little double gin action in here, but I taste absolutely zero gin. I'm going to stick with my hibiscus tea for now. Or a Diet Coke when I come here. I had high hopes for this. And it's not delivering, and I'm not an expert on Pandan. Like I said, I've never had it before, but this is not delivering on the grassy or vanilla flavors whatsoever. Like, I pick up on no vanilla or no grassy flavor. So, it's a miss, unfortunately. Maybe later on in the meal, we'll try one of the drinks that I had on opening day to see if that has improved. Maybe we'll go that route in hopes that it has. I don't know. We'll see. I will struggle to sip the rest of this drink, but don't worry, guys. I will finish it. In the meantime, let's take a look over our menu. First, the starters. And at the top, they have some ahi tuna crisps. Moving down, sweet potato hummus. They have a masubi. They have some grilled shishito peppers, sticky pork ribs, crispy chicken wings, and garlic shrimp. For our mains, they have a short rib loco moco, a poke bowl, a grilled fish of the day. We'll have to find out what the fish of the day is. They have the Wayfinder Burger, which so good, guys. The teriyaki chicken sliders, which I hear are very good as well. They have a chow mein salad, a marinated pork chop, and then down here, they also have some desserts. Just like with the drinks, at this point I have been able to try a lot of the appetizers on this menu, and I must say, most of them are quite good. My favorite appetizer on this menu are hands down the crispy chicken wings. These are adobo marinated wings with a soy glaze and tomato Fresno pepper relish for $15. I said these wings here were my favorite appetizer on the menu, and I actually am at the point where I cannot come to Wailulu and not order them. So along with all of the new things we are trying today, we also had to pick up the wings. For the $15, you do only get 5 wings, so these are definitely on the pricier side, but some of these are really large. Like, look at this wing here. This is a huge meaty wing, and I feel like just by looking at it, you could tell just how crispy these wings are. They say crispy chicken wings, they mean it. These wings are always super crispy, which is a requirement for any wing that I'm going to enjoy. If I like a wing, it's gotta be crispy, and these always are. Let's see if you could hear the crisp. I stand by this claim. These are the best chicken wings at Disney World, and I feel like they are so underrated. You never hear anyone talking about them. I mean, there aren't that many places at Disney World that actually have wings, but out of the places that do, these are just in a league of their own, in my opinion, and they're different than like any other wing that they have on property. The sauce on these wings, absolutely unbelievable. These are adobo marinated wings, and you could really taste that adobo flavor that's seeped into the wing, and the soy sauce adds a really great salty flavor. These aren't like overly sauced, so they don't get soggy at all, and they are, like I said, perfectly crisp. But I also said we're trying new things here at Wailulu, so I did also pick up these sticky pork ribs. These are served with salt-cured cabbage, furikake, jicama slaw, and pineapple chips for $15. These ribs here look very impressive. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think I expected them to look this good. They're reminding me a lot, just by looks, of the Morimoto ribs, which are, if you've ever had them, the Morimoto ribs at Disney Springs, absolutely phenomenal. And just upon picking it up, definitely getting that like sticky vibe. Yeah, these are definitely going to be sticky. We might have a Morimoto spare rib copycat, a Morimoto dupe. I hope so. This is a really good sticky rib. I like the sauce. I like the quality of the rib itself. It tastes very high quality. The ribs are, in fact, very meaty, very tender, pretty much fall off the bone. crispy on the outside. I love that crispy exterior. It's complemented perfectly by that soy, sweet, sticky sauce. Are they as good as Morimoto ribs? I can't say that. Morimoto is definitely a lot better. But if you're not going to go to Morimoto, these are a pretty decent dupe, and they're so much less money. I mean, those Morimoto ribs are very expensive. I want to say 3 are maybe like around $30. That's just a guess. I could be wrong. But those Morimoto ribs are very pricey. So you're getting 5 here for $15. Again, I'm not mad at the price. I'm not mad at the quality. I'm not mad at the flavor. These are good. I would definitely get these again. So after the appetizers, it's looking like we're going to have the same experience that we usually do. Great food, pretty bad drinks, but I'm going to give them one more chance for a good drink. Let's see if the Hibiscus Margarita is better than it was on the first day. This has Terramana Blanco tequila, Sorel liqueur, cinnamon syrup, hibiscus, and agave for $18.50. Have they perfected the margarita? So I gotta say, I do think this has improved. From the time that I had it on opening day, this definitely tastes a lot better. The first sign that it was looking up was that it looked like it was freshly shaken. There was a nice foam on top, which was definitely lovely to see. You'll love to see that. So that was a good start. And it tastes okay. And I want to make this clear. This is like not on the bartenders at all. They are making the drinks the way they are told to make them. It just tastes like a lot of sour mix is in this drink, you know? And I don't love a margarita with a sour mix. So maybe that's just my personal preference. Now I am getting tequila. I could taste tequila in this drink, which, again, another good sign. And I could taste some hibiscus, which I like. You get those floral hints, so I appreciate that. So at this point, think this is probably one of the better drinks that I have had from this menu. One of the better alcoholic drinks. I will enjoy this drink. Is it a great margarita? No. But is it good for Wailulu? Yes. Well, things are starting to look up just at the right time because our entrees have arrived, and for our entrees, I decided to order my favorite entree on the menu, as well as something that is hopefully going to be a new favorite, something that was recommended, and something that I have never tried before. I am talking about the marinated pork chop. This is served with smashed potatoes, a bacon vinaigrette, and kimchi slaw for $31. I gotta say, this looks fantastic. I'm really excited to try this today. Look at the marinade on that pork chop. It looks like it's maybe in some type of like al pastor marinade. I don't know. It doesn't say what it was marinated in there. And those potatoes underneath, oh my gosh. Look at these potatoes. They look insane, but I want to cut into this pork chop here. It is a little bit tough. It is very thick, I will say. Oh, it's because I'm cutting into the bone. That's why it's very tough. Okay, so it is not very tough. That was on me. Okay, now it's cutting a lot easier because I'm not cutting into the bone. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah, this looks very juicy. Yeah, I'm excited for this one. As I continued to cut into this pork chop here, it smelled even more fragrant, so this should be really flavorful. Okay, the flavor of this pork chop is good. I can't pinpoint exactly what that marinade is. It does taste a little bit like an al pastor because I am getting a little bit of sweetness there and then a little bit of like a peppery, but it's not spicy. It is a tad tough. I wish the pork chop itself was a little more tender. It's not like overly tough, but it is a bit tough, which is reminding me of when my dad cooked pork chops back when I was a kid. He made them a little bit tough sometimes. Don't tell him I said that because he loves pork chops. It's one of his signature dishes. I just wish it was a little bit tender, more tender. But the flavor's there. The flavor's delicious. I really love that marinade. But what I'm really here for, these potatoes. They look insane and just coated in that, I'm assuming that bacon vinaigrette. They're so soft. They really just like melt in your mouth, and that bacon flavor makes them so salty and like so fatty almost. Oh my gosh, those potatoes are probably the best part of this meal. I wonder if you could just get a side of the potatoes, and they've also kind of like soaked up some of the flavor from the pork chop as well, which makes them even better. Oh yeah, there's also like chunks of like thick cut bacon or pork belly in here. The potatoes are the best part. The pork chop is good, but I'm not sure if it's like something I would really go for again, especially because it's not better than the burger, which it's hard to come here to Wailulu and not get the burger, because I think that's the best thing on the menu. So yeah, we also, of course, had to get the Wayfinder Burger. This has 2 pressed patties, American cheese, onion jam, and volcano sauce on a sweet bun served with mac salad or sweet potato fries for $23. If you didn't like sweet potato fries or macaroni salad, you are able to just get regular fries. I always go with the sweet potato fries because I really like them from here. Very good and very salty, which I like. But of course, the star of the show here is the burger. And just look at those edges of the burger. You can see they've gotten very crispy. There's also 2 slices of cheese. There's 1 slice of cheese in between each patty. And look at how nice and toasty the bun is. They have toasted this bun to absolute perfection. Now, when this place first opened, this burger was getting all the hype. And I was one of the people hyping it up. It deserves all the hype. It is so good. A lot of people will tell you this is the best burger at Walt Disney World. It's not quite my favorite. I still do think the burger at Steakhouse 71 reigns supreme. It is still my number 1 burger. But I'll say, this is my number 2 burger at Disney World. I crave it all the time. I think it's absolutely incredible. Like I said, I can't come to Wailulu and not get this. But it has been a little bit since I've had it, so let's see if it's as good as it usually is. And would you guys look at that cross section? I mean, that is just beautiful. It doesn't get much better than that, I'll tell you. Let's see. Truly everything about this burger, perfect. Wouldn't change a thing. The patties, I love how thin they are. You get the little crispness on the edges. I need a smash patty. When I have a smash burger with 2 patties, I need it to have 2 slices of American cheese as well. So I love that this one does. We've got the lettuce. We've got the red onion there. Love that. And we've also got the caramelized onion jam on there. So we got that extra sweetness to pair with the sweet toasted bun. That sweet bun, I think that is the best part of this burger. Not only does it like fit with the Hawaiian theme, so it like ties everything together theme-wise, it ties everything together flavor-wise as well. That sweet bun is like incredible. It works so perfectly here. Whatever you're hearing about this Wayfinder burger, it's all true. It is one of the best burgers at Disney World. Again, if you're coming here to Wailulu, you gotta try this burger. It is absolutely phenomenal. And every time I have it, I'm like more and more impressed. I'm like, is it better than Steakhouse 71? And then I go to Steakhouse 71, I'm like, no, it's not better. And then I come here, I'm like, wait, is it? And I go back and forth. But Steakhouse 71 has it beat by like just the tiniest bit. It's really not by much. This is fantastic. And let me just tell you, this is quite the switch up from all the burgers that I had the other day in the Magic Kingdom. If you watched my last video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But sound off in the comments. Let me know if you're Team Steakhouse 71, if you're Team Wailulu Burger, or if you're a fan of another burger at Disney World. Let me know which one is better. In the meantime, all of the food has been amazing so far, and we're moving on to desserts. I have had this chocolate cake before. It was a lot better than expected, as was this Dole Whip sundae. Way better than expected. I thought it would just be like a Dole Whip and not worth it, but those hibiscus meringues were really good. The only dessert on this menu I have not had is right up here, that creme brulee. So this time around, I ordered the Tahitian vanilla creme brulee. This is served with macerated berries for $12. The first good sign to any creme brulee is a crispy top, so we must complete the creme brulee crack test. A little creme brulee ASMR for you. Definitely crispy on the top, and this bowl is very shallow. I don't think I've ever been served a creme brulee in this shallow of a bowl, I must say, but looks good. I was so confused at first, but here's what's going on. I think I figured it out. I was confused because this was so warm. Like the creme brulee was actually hot. And usually when you get creme brulee, it's nice and cool. But I think this is so hot, like the custard itself is so hot, because when they torched the sugar on the top, the custard got hot because the bowl is so shallow that the flame was able to just like heat everything up, because there's just like nothing to this bowl. I think the flavor's really good. They let me know that there's like a little bit of passion fruit in there, so you could definitely taste that passion fruit. It's a little bit tart, which I actually really enjoy. And these raspberries on top look really good and really red and fresh, so I think they'll pair really nicely with it. The flavor is on point. I just think this is served in the wrong bowl, because I don't like that it's warm. That's really throwing me off. Like, it's crispy, the flavor's on point, but a warm creme brulee, actually with the raspberry, oh my god, that raspberry is so sweet and fresh and juicy. It's actually an incredible bite. And as time has gone on, it's been able to cool down a little. So maybe if you get this, let it sit at your table for like a couple of minutes and cool down, because that first bite when it was hot was not as good as that second bite, because now it's like had a little bit of time to cool down. It's a little bit better, but that bite with the raspberry, oh my god, that raspberry is awesome with it. So would I get it again? Maybe. I'm not sure if it's better than the chocolate cake, but it's good. So with that, we are finished with another meal over at Wailulu Bar and Grill. And the big question was, do I think Wailulu is still worth a dine 1 year after opening? And I gotta say, I think it is. All of the food that we tried today was really, really good. There's no surprise there. Every time I dine at Wailulu, the food is really good. I just have this same issue that I had on day one that I went there. On day one, the day that that restaurant opened, the drinks just aren't up to par, which is really weird, because we're at a resort that is known to have some of the best bars at Disney World, known to have some of the best, most iconic drinks at Disney World. And that place, I feel like they just can't get it right. The Hibiscus Margarita was improved since day one, since opening day. So at least there was that. I definitely enjoyed that way more than I did on opening day. So I am happy about that. But it's still just not like a standout, like amongst drinks at other places. So I just wish they would do an overhaul and just really bring in some great drinks. I feel like Wailulu deserves it. They deserve amazing drinks there, because the vibe, the ambiance, it's such a great setting, and the food is so good. Like I said, the appetizers, the entrees, even the dessert we tried, they were all great. And that great food deserves some great drinks to accompany it. But with all that being said, Wailulu, it's still definitely worth the dine. That great food makes up for the not so great drinks. And I'd even say it's worth going out of your way for. If you're in Magic Kingdom and you're needing a little bit of a break, food in Magic Kingdom's not so great. Take a quick monorail or boat ride over here to the Polynesian. Join the walk-up waitlist or grab a reservation at Wailulu and enjoy yourself a nice burger, some nice wings, or whatever else on the menu at Wailulu. I think the food at Wailulu, you're gonna enjoy a lot more than a lot of the food over in Magic Kingdom. So thank you guys for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I appreciate your support. If you don't already and you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.